Whoa! Another box directly from Japan. Sounds to be in one piece so far. They pack them really well. It's double boxed, so extra security. Let's get it open. It's a vintage looking hard case inside here. Three. And one on the back side. Okay, here it comes. Ooh la la. Nothing inside the box. Nice. Orange inside. Let's get away with this. Greco, of course. This is hollow body. It's not a ES 335 style because those have a center block. This is all hollow, and it's more like a 330 perhaps. So this is a Greco model SA 550, and it's from 1977. Could very well be that this is a one owner kind of guitar, has some patina or even rust on that one. But it looks, oh no, it's missing a string. I can't play with 5 strings. What am I to do? Let me give it some TLC, new strings, and see what I can do. I wonder if I should put some tulip style clues on. I have a set of Gibson vintage looking tuners that I think would look amazing on this guitar. If we're in luck, the electronics will work with sound from both pickups. You never know, almost 50 years old, so yeah. I'm so happy that it made it in one piece. I can see that this guitar can be my friend. It's so good looking. Nice. Okay, so I just had to plug it in just to see if it works. So the E string is so old and rusty, I don't dare tune it up. So it's 1 octave down, and the B string also feels like it will go anytime. There's no G string, D, A, and E. Listen. That's that nice snappy feeling. No G string. A lot of reverb here. Oh, there's sound on all pickups, but I think this one, I just tried it and the bridge didn't work, so yeah. So maybe just a little bit of cleaning on that pot meter will do, or change it perhaps. Could be a bad soldering joint. I think the frets looks very well for the age, and these are the original frets. The nips are still in place, so that is a sign of that the frets are probably the original. If not, they must have done an incredible job with refretting it. So no, these are the original frets, I'm pretty sure. But they look very good. So this guitar can't have seen much use really over the 50 years. And look at the pickups, it looks so clean and nice. Maybe it's been sitting in the case. You can see that the binding here is very, it's going, this is typical for these old Japanese guitars. The binding will dissolve like this does, and it's a bit bad when if it drops off, it gets very ugly. So it's if it's on the neck, it's almost well, it's not very pleasant to play it with the binding off. So I will have to replace the binding probably at one time, maybe not too long. The binding on the neck seems fine, and that's the most crucial part, because that's where you will feel it. I'm not so concerned about the binding on the body. So hoping it will last for a while. And I think there's not much you can do. I looked into maybe I could seal it with some clear lacquer or something. I found that it's not recommended to do that, because the plastics will react probably with lacquer, or it won't be a good seal anyways. So the best solution I think I've come up with to fix if some of the binding drops off is really super glue. If I'm able to put it back in place. I've done that with my other, the SA 900. That dropped off here on the neck, so I was able to glue it back in place. But it's of course not a permanent solution. But I'm hoping it will stay for a while. But this guitar sounded really good. Wow. This is straight out of the box from Japan with the old strings. You can see from the serial number here that it says 77, and C is for the month, so that will be in March of that year. Let's get on with it. So I decided to go over the frets, because they felt a bit like, well, I haven't been played in many years probably, this guitar, and so they are kind of almost sticky. At least they are quite matte. So I would like to just give them a shine, or I'll first use my fret rubbers. So this is the coarsest one, and I have medium and then a fine one, so I will go over all of them with these, and also use a polishing substance after. Have to be careful not to take them too far down, so I end up doing them uneven. So maybe I'll also check them with my fret rocker, but I think they are quite okay. They feel okay. But I will check the levels, of course. I can see some dents in some of the frets here, but I think it's so minor that it doesn't affect my playing. I can tell that the previous owner probably was a jazz guitarist, or at least into jazz. He had a set of flat wounds strings on this guitar. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my regular round wounds. The frets are very good. Once I now get the shine on them, they're going to last for many years. These tuners, they're probably fine. But I think this one will look so much better on this guitar. And it seems, if I'm lucky, the holes here will line up perfectly. These came off a Gibson custom shop, and they are kind of aged. Previous owner left the guitar out in the car. It was frost and cold, and they had kind of rusted when he found his guitar again. So I've just sanded them a bit, and they look great, I think. So I think that will be a good match. Let's do it. Okay, so here I am with the Greco SA 550. So it's really based on the ES 330 from Gibson. There is a difference. This guitar meets the body in the 19th fret, and that 330 from Gibson will meet the body in the 16th fret, meaning it will have a shorter neck before it hits the body. And from the 16th and up on the 330, it will be just the fretboard on the body. So that will give it a different kind of sustain, I guess. So this is more like this one, the 3.5 kind of guitar. This is of course a Greco also. It's a SA 900, but it's very true to the Gibson ES 335. So I'm coming to you from the future. I have just finished editing the video and I was ready to publish it, but then I realized I should take a moment to talk a bit about why I think this guitar fills a gap in the lineup from Gibson. I know this is a Greco, but there is something special with this guitar. I realize now after playing it and after seeing the features of this guitar. One thing is the neck. It meets the body at the 19th fret, just like an ES 335 will do. But it's a hollow body, right? Another thing is that it has humbuckers. Gibson's hollow body guitars, at least the 330 thin hollow body, has P90s, not humbuckers. I'm not aware of Gibson having any thin hollow bodies with humbuckers and this kind of construction. So I think this fills a gap and is a missing link, because I played ES 335 guitars for decades. And once I now have had the opportunity to play this guitar, it really opens my eyes to. It sounds so good, it feels so good, the playability is very good. I also wonder why Greco did this, because they usually followed Gibson's line of guitars. This doesn't match any of them because of the way the neck meets the body. That's different from the 330. It has humbuckers, that's different. Maybe they just had a template for a 335 and thought this was an easy way to go. If you know something about this, why Greco made it like this, let me know, or in the comments, because it's very interesting to know about. So it's really a missing link. It fills a gap. I'm very curious to bring this to the band to see if it will feed back more easily, because it's a hollow body. Maybe that's the reason why Gibson never did this with the humbuckers. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll have to figure that out, but I will let you know afterwards, of course. Yeah, okay, that's it. Let's get back to the video, and I just felt I needed to talk about this. I thought first we could listen to them acoustically. So this guitar has a problem with, there is something that is vibrating, and when I press the pickup or the bridge, it will stop. So I thought I had fixed it. First I thought it was the trapeze thing here, and I put something underneath it to dampen that. I have some kind of foam from a suitcase, the one you find in typical those photo equipment suitcases. I put some of that underneath here just to dampen that a bit, and also something under the bridge here. But it didn't really help, so I thought, what is it? And then I discovered that the bridge here was a bit loose on the bridge post, so there was some leeway. I could move it slightly. So then I put some plumber's tape, if it's called that, on the grooves. So it sits very firm now. You can't really move it. So I thought, yes, I fixed it now. And it sounded without any buzz. But then again, every now and then the buzz appears again. And it stops when I just press slightly. So I need to figure out what's going on, because there's still something. I took up the bridge pickup because I thought maybe I could put some foam underneath that, between the body and the cavity here, and the pickup, so it presses against it. I didn't do that because I thought I had solved it here, but I might have to do that anyways now. But it really isn't a problem when it's plugged in. It's just a mechanical thing going on, so I can hear it when I play the guitar acoustically. It's not really a big issue. And it's gone now. This is a really strange phenomenon. Maybe there's a ghost following the guitar from Japan. It's pulling my leg every now and then. Well, so this is the SA 550. Let's hear the SA 900 acoustically. And I'll tell you why I got this other guitar in a minute. So this has a completely different sound acoustically. I'd say almost as loud as the hollowbody, because this one has a center block like the ES 335 has. It has a center block going all the way through the guitar here, so it's not the hollowbody, it's called a semi-acoustic. The sound from this is in a way compressed. More like Les Paul or... so the tones are more evenly projected. Let's switch to this one again. And now the mechanical buzz is here. The ghost in the machine. Can you hear that? When I play, I normally dampen the strings here, so I will touch the bridge. So when I play, and now it's gone again. Well, slightly. There it is again. I need to figure this out. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, so let's plug it in and see how it sounds. So the one reason that I got this guitar was not because I don't like my SA 900. I love this guitar, but it's a bit bass heavy, if you like, in the tones from it. When I play live, it's a bit, the frequencies is more in the area of the keyboard player and the bass player, so it drowns a bit in the band mix. And that's why I mostly play my gold top on the wall here with P90s. That is perfect in the band mix. It sits just like it's supposed to. You can hear it clearly. All the frequencies are there. That guitar is great, a bit heavy, and I would like to have this kind of guitar also. This guitar is even more lightweight than this one. That would be very nice to have playing live for a couple of sets, you know. It's quite heavy to have that Les Paul on the shoulder for a whole night. So, yeah, no buzz. It's gone again. Strange thing. So the pickups in this guitar, they are Maxon and most likely the model U1000. And that is also determined what they measure. You can see it here. If they were dry C or dry Z, they would be measuring a bit lower values. And if they were the model U2000, they will measure a bit higher. So these are almost 100% surely U1000 pickups. So the only thing now that is not original in this guitar, as far as I can see, is the tuners that I replaced now. And I think they look great. These are Gibson and came off a Gibson Les Paul custom shop. So aesthetically, I find these tuners better for this kind of guitar. And as you can see, I took away the pickguard here because I thought that was making that mechanical noise. I might put it back on, but I think the guitar looks great without it also. So I bought this guitar really to have it as a project to put P90s in it. And I haven't given up on that idea completely. It's just that I find that it sounds so good. But I will have to play it with my band to see how it blends in the band mix. So I have this band now, my blues band. You might have picked up on that because I show it all over the place. It's called Thor Oliverson Blues Train. But I also have a jazz project up my sleeve, and that will be the same name, only instead of Blues Train, it will be Jazz Express. So this guitar seems to be perfect along with my other Greco. I have a lot of Grecos now. This guitar here, of course, has to be in that project. That is a jazz guitar, right? And that is a Greco also. It's from 1974. Most likely, and it's a S55, model S55. Same as a Gibson 175. Great guitar also. So I need some jazz boxes, of course. I'm guessing the electronics are original. It looks to be to me. And after I put some electronic cleaner, it works fine. Switch is fine. I have adjusted the pickups to be balanced. A bit strange with the neck pickup. The previous owner had screwed the pole pieces way up. Okay, a little bit of the sweet honey will give it that extra harmonic tone that I like. So that is with the gain all the way down. It's very inspiring to play this guitar. So I'll do that for a while now. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.